Hey, I'm Sam Sellers with Home Care Mentors. I really appreciate you joining in today. If you're a new home care agency owner, you're in the right place. If you've had your agency for a few years and need to kick it into a higher gear, stay with us. And if you're just now exploring starting your home care agency or buying a home care franchise, stick with us. Now, I know your time is valuable, so I'm going to be brief. As a means of introduction, I have to say that I'm not that expert who has all the answers, but has never actually done what I'm teaching. I'm not the consultant who's going to dump a lot of good ideas on you and pat you on the back and say good luck. I'm not sitting in an ivory tower talking about academic topics that I've never actually done. I'm also not a paid actor, so I am going to have to get a drink. But when I was starting Home Care Mentors, even before we had a name, a trusted friend suggested the name Mentor because he said that's what I do, and who I am. I was a mentor for him, and now his 7-figure annual sales home care agency is reaching to even higher levels. It's what I did with home care agency owners literally from coast to coast while I was still running my own agency's day-to-day operations. Because, like I say, I owned a very successful home care agency, and I'd wager that I've been where you currently are. And I'm confident that together we can break through to the next level. The life of a home care agency owner is crazy. And again, I can say that because I've been one. I've been the guy chained to my cell phone 24/7, hoping that it didn't ring with the call on a Sunday afternoon from the caregiver saying she couldn't make her shift in 15 minutes with the client we just started because she doesn't have childcare or transportation. I've also been the one that hoped it would ring after what I felt like was a great in-service at a rehab facility. I've been the one that juggled bills to meet payroll and the one who would take any client with a pulse because we needed to grow. I didn't stay there after I learned these strategies, skills, and habits. So if you're just beginning the home care journey, you have great timing. The silver tsunami is hitting, and there will not be a shortage of families to serve. In fact, can you think of an older adult who actually wants to relocate to an institution? Me neither. Older adults want to remain in their home. And if you're able to make it a reality, trust me, you can be wildly successful. Now, maybe because I'm passionate about what we do, but maybe also because I just simply love sharing what's working and what's not with other home care agency owners. I've had a great number of owners come to me over the past decade for informal advice. I've mentored new home care agency owners from everywhere. Back then, I'd have them come to my office and we'd spend a few days going over what has become the syllabus to this course. Now, a quick word about what I have to offer. Yes, it involves a financial commitment, but I'm going to say that it's going to be less, probably much less than what you might imagine. And yes, it involves effort and a time commitment on your part. But again, we're going to have laser focus on the strategies, skills, and habits you need to be wildly successful. We're going to cut through all the fluff. Neither of us have time to deal with all that fluff, and frankly, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter anyway. This course involves both a cohort aspect, where we'll all join in on a webinar once a week, and I'll go over the planned strategies, skills, or habits on the syllabus for that day. It also involves one-on-one mentoring with you directly every week for the entire 8-week course. We start things with your agency's home care scoreboard. Let me explain that. I've got 2 sons. They play at the neighborhood park, and they love throwing the football. When it's just the 2 of them out there, or maybe a few of them out there playing, they're just somersaulting, catching, and they're catching with one hand, and they're throwing behind the back, and they're just goofing off. You add a few more players to the game. They decide to call it a game, and they have their scoreboard figuratively, they're keeping score, everything changes. They understand they have to throw the ball with accuracy in order for it to be caught. They understand they have to run with speed. They understand they have to be faster and smarter and execute plays with precision to win. They understand the rules and they're watching the scoreboard. Now, the same is true of home care agencies, except there's a huge difference. I'd imagine that you didn't turn on the television on Saturday to watch a college game of home care agencies competing against each other. You've never played the home care board game, and perhaps no one has ever shared the rules of the game or what that scoreboard even looks like. With home care, few of us go into the game knowing the rules or knowing how to gauge whether we're winning or losing. We know if we're serving more clients and if we're able to make payroll, but we really don't know, and most of us are certainly not watching the scoreboard to even know what down it is, much less who even has the ball. Now, years of experience and lots of consultation with many successful home care agency owners has led me to the conclusion that there are really 3 keys to success that we have to measure each and every week. Those and the overall score make up your agency's scoreboard. Together, we'll tailor your agency's scoreboard. I'll have an official scoreboard made for your office. I'll FedEx it to you so that you can display it in your office and everyone on staff can refer to it on a daily basis. From there, we're going to dive into 8 weeks of our focus syllabus that includes both one-on-one interaction, like I say, every week, and the cohort participation in the weekly webinar, and a lot of fun pre-webinar emails, post-webinar emails, and answers to questions maybe we didn't get to in our time together. Lots of interaction back and forth every week. You're going to get the best of both worlds with a personal mentor and the group dynamics. That'll ultimately, the end result is you being ahead of your peers. Now again, week 1, scoreboard. We talk about the scoreboard. That we're going to set the stage during this first week to prioritize your efforts. At the conclusion of this webinar and after our one-on-one conversation, you're going to get your 24 by 36 scoreboard. Your staff is going to be able to refer to it every week and be held responsible through your weekly cadence of accountability that we're going to jump into. You'll be taken from playing on the schoolyard to the game field. And you'll know what you need to do to win. And you'll have the key leading indicators so you can effectively predict your results. Week 2, we jump into what makes up your winning team. That's when we dive into what is that team? What does it consist of? And how do you staff it? We're going to explore staff roles and responsibilities. Who do you hire first? Who's second? What traits are you looking for? What roles are they going to play, and what responsibilities within that overall strategy? Now, whether you operate alone, as I did initially, or already have a staff member or two, you'll gain a good understanding of what a winning team looks like after this week's interaction. Week 3, caregiver recruitment. Huge issue nationally. If it's not an issue for you yet, it will be. Now, since this is a huge issue for so many home care agencies, agency owners nationally, we're going to tackle it head on. You're going to learn the strategies and the habits required to keep a steady stream of applications coming in. Week 4, we're going to dive into marketing and sales processes and strategies. I get very excited about week 4. There has to be a method to our madness. And this week, we're going to remove all the madness, and you'll learn the methods and strategies that'll get you the referrals you need, I promise. Week 5, we come back to caregivers, and we're going to talk about retention and recognition. You'll learn the strategies, proven strategies, that'll increase your retention and longevity of your caregiving staff. Now, you're always going to be seeking new applicants, caregiver applicants to grow your business. But retention will lighten that load since you're building a growing team as opposed to churning through numbers. Week 6, another one very exciting, very popular, differentiating and positioning your agency. Now, most home care agencies nationally use the same language. Many of them use the same stock photos in their marketing materials. They say the same things to referral partners and at in-services. They're saying the same things. They're showing the same things, and they're asking, why can't I differentiate myself from my competition? Why can't I stand out? We're going to cut through all that. You're going to learn how to powerfully position your agency and set yourself in a league of your own. Promise. Week 7, maximizing profitability. It is of little value to keep hiring good caregivers and keep growing your client base if you're not also growing your bottom line profitability. You're not going to be like the owner in Texas that I met with, and she told me, I keep growing everything, but I'm still not making any money. That's not going to be you. We're going to get pricing and paying right. We're going to streamline operations. We're going to maximize profitability. Week 8, your action plans. Everything is pulled together. Everything we've talked about is pulled together in the last week. You'll have your individual game plans going forward, and you'll know the strategies, the skills, and the habits necessary of both yourself and everyone on your team. You'll have mastered your weekly cadence and be fully tracking each leading indicator. Now, I intentionally keep the weekly cohort groups small, and frankly, they fill up quickly. So complete the short survey you see below. I'm looking below as though it's in my lap, and tell me when a good time for us to talk will be. I'll call. I'll answer any questions you might have, and together we'll see if this is a good fit for both of us. Again, I do this because I'm passionate about serving older adults, and I know how to build a growing home care agency. I'm confident that together we can build your agency. But if you're hesitant about filling out the form and shooting it to me, please know, I'm not going to hound you about this. You either see the value in learning the strategies, skills, and habits to owning a healthy and growing home care agency, or you don't. Even so, and though I've never been asked to do it, I'll give you 100% money-back guarantee if at the end of the 8 weeks you tell me that the course had no value for you or your agency. Now, just shoot me the form and let's get you moving to that next level today.